What is up, you guys? It is your boy Butler again. I'm back here on Borderlands 2. I want to give you guys a little bit of my gunzerker build, level 61. And I will be bringing you more of this with my other characters, level 61. And the only one I really haven't had 61 yet is my commando. But let's just go ahead and get started. First off, you will have to spec into gunzerking. Ain't no question about it to get all the way over here. Now, first let's go start to the left. Let's start in the gunless tree. Whole reason I don't like specking into this because mostly this is really a pistol build with the gunzerker. If you do not know, he is a beast with pistols, and I mainly use the infinity pistols. I really do not reload, but if I am using the unkept herald or the Maggie or any other beastly pistol, I will use this. But right now I do not use this right now, just because. Now let's go over here. It increases critical hit damage, and this is really what we needed, because if you are a gunzerker and you hit them crit spots, you will definitely do a whole lot of damage, and plus it increases our weapon swap speed by 70%. And that's really what we need if we're going to be gunzerking two guns, and we could need to switch really fast, and that can really be effective. But choose between these two, I would go with this if I do not have an infinity pistol, but I do, and I will spec into this just for the critical hit damage. Let's go ahead and go down over here to the side, to the left or right. And I spec into I'm your Huckleberry, what increases your damage and reload speed with pistols, and which means that, like I said at the beginning of the video, this is really mainly about the pistol build. And it increases damage and reload speed with pistols. Pistols damage, 15%. That's actually what we needed. And pistol reload speed 15%, but really it could go good with these. These two can really be damaging. But if you had like the Fibber, any other pistol, these two can really do some damage, especially to some raid bosses. Now the reason I don't like specking into this, because I think that'd be some waste of some space, waste of the points, because I mostly would not be switching around, especially if I'm doing two of the same guns. I think it would be a waste of time to do that, just because it does do a lot of gun damage. I really would like to. I might just spec into that. Maybe it depends on how I feel. But yeah. But just because swapping, it deals just for a lot of time, I would like to spec into that. But I really would. But maybe next time. They're gonna go all the way down right here. I think that like I said, last round fire from your magazine does massive bonus damage. Like I said, it does 80%, but like I said, I think this is pretty much useless, because the gunzerker, he regenerates ammo, and I think you would probably never get to the last round of it unless you use like a Norfleet or any type of rocket launcher. You will pretty much, I think this would be the waste of points to put into here, just because you are pretty much using. He's gonna be regenerating ammo. And I think that's a bit of a waste of time. I think that you really shouldn't spec into this. I don't really think they should have had this in here in the skill tree, just because. Now let's go ahead and go over to right here. When you kill an enemy, instantly reloads all the guns that you have equipped that are not currently in your hands. Well, I just had 1 point left. I ain't feel like specking into like at least one. I think that'd be just because he do, like I said a couple minutes later, or before, it regenerates all that's not equipped. That's pretty good, especially I don't have to buy no ammo, so I think that'd be pretty good. And we don't have to reload and all that stuff, so I think that's pretty good. When I kill an enemy, I get some ammo back really quick. Let's go ahead and go to the next one, and this is really the most important one of the skill tree. When gunzerking with two guns of the same type, you deal bonus damage. When gunzerking with two different weapons, you gain bonus. Do the calculations here. Plus 35 rate, that's good. 15% damage, 30% gun damage. That is a lot here, and that's mainly around the pistol build. I think you really should spec into this skill tree first, just because it does massive damage here, and you can pretty much rape the shit out of people. Then let's go down here. You know, killing the enemy gives you an increased fire rate and critical hit damage with all guns for a short while. That is pretty good, especially when you're killing people. I have done it before, and it takes out enemies pretty quick, especially if you do shock infinity and fire infinity. That is pretty decent and pretty good with the fire rate and the gun critical hit damage. That is pretty much a lot impressive there. Let's go ahead and go down here. While you're in gunzerker, you fight for your life. That can pretty much get you up, no question about it. You should spec into this, especially going against like one of them, like you going against one of them loot midgets, and you don't have the right weapon with you. You can just gunzerk and get that extra damage, and you still get all of this with it. Then let's go down and spec down here. What I also done while gunzerking in the process cooling, you gain bonus gun damage and grenade damage. I really did not care for the melee and grenade damage. I was expecting this for the gun damage to get that extra percent. You know, let's go ahead and, you know, if you do the calculations, you add this up. This one is probably one of the strongest characters on Pandora. Then let's go down here for a second. When you kill an enemy, you gain bonus gun damage. So that means that's pretty good. When you kill an enemy, you get that extra bonus damage, especially with the infinity pistols. I'm not gonna go too much into this. It says it right there. Now let's go over to the rampage skill tree. Now I hope you're not expecting this. I think this is really ammo. You know, just because you know the gunzerker would do regenerate ammo. I think that'll pretty much be a little bit of a waste of ammo and spec points. Now let's go over here. I'd rather use this than that because it increases your magazine size and ammo carrying capacity. That is pretty good, especially have, you know, like a big rocket launcher, you know, sniper rifles and all that stuff. Even though he do not fit good with sniper rifles, I still was expecting this over this because you will be regenerating ammo. Now let's go down to here. You can increase your gunzerker duration. That is pretty good, especially if you're gunzerking against tougher enemies. You pretty much need that extra edge there. And I don't go into this because I do not melee damage. Reload speed is pretty decent, especially if you got the right badass rank. Now let's go ahead and go down these two here. Increase the cooldown rate of your gunzerking. That's pretty good. You know, I think you have a class mod. It increases the duration, so that means you pretty much can be gunzerking. After you gunzerk, your gunzerker can be ready within 1 second, and that is pretty decent there. And you know, this is good for the infinity pistols because you know it shoot that infinity sign. But with this, it will at least stay a little bit more steady, especially if you're doing two of them. Then let's go down right here. Killing an enemy while gunzerk increase the amount of time you gunzerk. So that means when you kill somebody, your gunzerker, while you gunzerking, it can increase. Like it can go up a little bit more, about 3 seconds. That is pretty good. I pretty much use that. You know, and also there's a trophy there. You can actually, if you keep killing for 80, I think it's 90 seconds, you get that trophy. Now this one, I use this with the fire bee. You know, you can throw two and that can do like massive damage right there. I do use that, and it do not consume the second ammo. So pretty much you're getting 2 for 1, pretty much. Then I will go down here. Shooting the enemy decreases the cooldown on gunzerking every 3 seconds. You know, I use that pretty much. It's really helpful there. I really do use that right there. And the last one here of the gunzerker is while you're gunzerking, the longer you hold down the trigger, the faster your guns and the faster you reload. That is pretty decent, especially with the freaking infinity pistols, because you know the fire rate is all about the fire rate. And you know, in the reload speed, you know, you do get that. Instead of this, you know, it do increases a lot. So you know, yeah, I don't really spec into this. Most of it really is to melee and health. I probably at least spec into this one once or this one once. And you know, this has been my gunzerker build. Hope you guys did enjoy. Rate, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Hit me up on social networks, and I'm see you guys next time.